Hello and welcome to Hot Indonesia, the program where you get 3 for the price of 1. I'm Dalton Tanonaka in Jakarta. Here is this week's HI Hot List. Leaving a legacy, what the president must do in his final term in office. Traffic buster, Jakarta's mass transit system is rolling, but is it working? And Olympic dreams, why doesn't big Indonesia have bigger success? And now say hello to my co-hosts, Sandrina Malakiano, former TV news anchor, now a political marketing consultant and coffee connoisseur. And Santiago Uno, former Vice Governor of Jakarta, recent vice presidential candidate and marathon man. Still running, right?
Still running.
All right. Hot topic number 1, leaving a legacy. After another tough election, his second and final term in office officially begins this weekend. Joko Widodo has 5 more years to lead Indonesia to hopefully wider economic prosperity, out of religious and racial intolerance, and to a more beneficial global role. Now, he will, of course, one of the first things he'll do is announce his new cabinet, probably the next day.
And his name is...
Well, one of the names
been nominated
on the
as one of the
circulated list, and I've seen your name on
Because of
several.
my role here in Hot Indonesia.
Oh yeah, I wish that were true. Several times your name, investment board chairman, a trade minister, state-owned enterprise.
Yeah,
so
Minister for Religious Affairs.
Let's get it on the record right now. If asked, will you serve?
I think I've stated many times that that I prefer that there is a strong voice outside the government. We run in elections on a completely different platforms, but at the end of the day, it's the prerogative of the president. And
it's hard to say no.
It's very hard to say no. It has not come. There's no even a discussion yet.
Okay.
So let's not get too speculative about it.
Not no, not yes at this point.
No, not yes.
He hasn't closed the door.
Yes.
Well, basically, I've stated my preference, and
got it.
We're at the moment at that position.
What we should ask him is that should he accept?
I want to ask you.
What's going to happen to us?
You can still be with us, my friend. Of course.
I want to ask your opinion. Would the country need more like a unity government or like a strong, credible oppositions for second?
And that is a very good question. The president has been meeting with, and other political leaders with each other, right? The president with your former running mate, General Prabowo. The NASDEM chairman, Surya Paloh, met with General Prabowo just the other night. So names of other opposition leaders are coming up in this mix. Is that a good thing? I don't know. You're right. You need somebody outside to be the opposition.
To keep the balance.
To work together sounds like a pretty good idea.
It is. I think we could work together even from outside the government. Because if you have everybody in, then you're already questioning whether we would have professionals or we have political appointees. If there's too much politics, and this is his last 5 years, President Jokowi needs to deliver a very strong finish and leave a legacy. Infrastructures, moving the capital. He doesn't want, too many political interference in his last 5 years.
So maybe
but in contrary, it's his second term, so he's got nothing to lose.
There you go.
Yeah. So like in the first term, usually presidents would think of regulations that would make him more popular.
So he can get reelected.
So, yes, because the aim is to be reelected, not to lose the votes of the people. But now he should...
Yeah, I've been there. Popularity is quite intoxicating, Sometimes you want more.
And so is power, yeah.
And power. And even though it's your last five...
The moment you sit on that throne, usually then the first thing that comes to mind is what to do to get reelected or to just stay there for then the second 5 years.
Because you really can't do much in one term.
Exactly.
Yes.
You got to lay the groundwork.
But now, what he should do is something that would prove himself. What kind of a leader would he want to be remembered as? What kind of brand image? A strong leader, an anti-corruption leader, or a pro-environment leader? Because these issues usually are put aside in the first term because it's not popular. And also, what I believe he should do in the second term is do something monumental. Not like moving the capital city in a rush.
That's monumental.
Yeah, that's monumental. It's a huge thing. It's monumental because it's a huge thing.
Okay.
But what I mean monumental here is that something that would be felt by the people directly on their day-to-day basis.
Well, it's got to
on
be
their
boosting
daily
the
life.
country's economy.
Like-
Yeah,
Economic
jobs.
has to be
No.
number one.
Definitely jobs,
Yep.
cost of livings. I would say,
Education,
yeah,
health.
infrastructure is right there, so he should continue his legacy on infrastructures. Secondly, healthcare, education, and international presence. I think we need to be more available for the international community to hear more about Indonesia. What we're doing here is not enough because I've been traveling, I've been accepting invitations.
But it's a good
from-
start.
But
It's
we
a good
have Hot
start.
Indonesia
Yeah.
to promote Indonesia.
But we need to have the entire government,
I agree.
led by the president, to be punching above our weight. Indonesia is a big country, but we have not been that active in the last 5 years. So
Do you know what he could really do to make a change and make people remember him like, okay, this president really did something good for me personally, each and every one. BPJS.
yes,
BPJS, if he
Insurance.
could really
National
boost the
insurance.
national insurance system so that everybody will get access. Not like what they're
Universal
doing
healthcare.
now is they're increasing the payment. It might seem small to many, but
Oh,
for
it's
people,
huge.
yeah, but it's a
double.
huge number. They can't even pay that much money. So then the access will be blocked. They will not get health services they need. If this is changed during the second term, we could make BPJS very accessible. The quality of
I
the
agree.
health services improve. Everybody can get it, like the social security system, the network for each and every one.
It doesn't sound
Then-
sexy, but it's so important to each
It
and
is.
every
It is.
Indonesian. You know, I
That's
I-
monumental.
The simple things too. To me, a legacy would be, hey, clean drinking water for every Indonesian. Something as big that would be amazing.
Huge.
You know, do the infrastructure for the pipes. Also, free public education.
Yeah.
Most developed countries have it now. Granted, this is not a developed country yet, but we're moving towards. So you're right. The basic things. If he can just say, "Hey, I provided clean drinking water for everybody," that's what you remember him for.
and his strength, don't ever think of leaving the. That he's an icon of a regular guy, not from the political establishment, came in, and it has to be anti-corruption.
Yes.
He should continue to give a very strong signals that this government stands for anti-corruption, and it has not been a good start yet with this new law that has just been introduced. So-
Weakening the anti-corruption
Yeah.
agency.
So he needs to, I guess, he has time. So-
Yes, because
so-
corruption is also a very big issue, and that would really make a statement
Yeah.
if he does something about that. Also, like money politics. If he wants to do something, make a regulation to control the
Campaign
high
spending
cost.
laws,
Yeah,
campaign
the high
spending
cost
laws.
of democracy. Make the democracy healthier, better for the country.
That's a
and
tough thing, though. Campaign
control-
spending is still abused in developed countries like
That's
America.
monumental.
Yeah.
Make
If you want
more
to
work
leave a
for
legacy.
political marketing entities.
The legitimate
you
and
do it
ethical
legitimately.
ones. The ethical ones. Now, last point. You know, the president is a member of the PDIP party, which is headed by former President Megawati Soekarno-Putri. He himself came with no real political power. He's not a particularly wealthy guy. Can we really expect any major accomplishments these next 5 years? Are we over-expecting?
I think I'm optimistic. We, as a countryman, and must really stand behind the last, I guess, his last 5 years, because we need to deliver something of substance. And you know, I guess political situation is now pretty toned down. I'm very happy. Yesterday, I received the MPR chairman and his vice chairman in my house, inviting for the 20th inaugural. So the 20th of October, I think it's a good start. And the next 5 years, everybody should feel that we're in the same boat. Let's make it work.
Yes, and let us know if you get the call for the candidate. Okay.
Right now, probably a WhatsApp. You know.
Oh, yeah, what's your true? Sorry, nobody calls. What's Hot Indo will continue shortly. Is Jakarta's new train system on track? You're watching Hot Indonesia with Sandrina, Sandy, and me. Here's hot topic number 2, Traffic Buster. As in any major city, it's designed to take passenger cars off the road to alleviate severe road congestion. The first section of Jakarta's long-awaited mass rapid transit system began operation in March of this year, connecting passengers in the south to the center of the capital along a 20-kilometer or 12.5-mile route. Daily ridership averaging 95,000. 9 more lines are planned in this city of 10 million people. I'd say generally it's helping. Taking 95,000 people off the streets is not a small thing. It's a good start.
Yeah. I agree.
Definitely a good
We
start.
have the OKO trip guy here. He gave birth to the idea, and we'll ask about that. And what do you call it? Jackling? No.
Now
what?
it's called Jack Linko.
Jacklinko. Okay. But for me personally, I do believe that it's a good thing and it's improving. They managed to surpass the 100,000 commuters during the riots, which is
Not a good ending, but
Is that a good thing?
But no, aside from that, they reach already above 90,000
Right.
per day. So for September alone, an
Yep.
increase of 12% from August, around 2.7 commuters or passengers for the month of September, which is good. But we have to realize the fact that it's still just a part of Jakarta, a small part of Jakarta being covered by the system.
Well, there's 9 more legs, and the
Yes.
next leg will be extending the north-south line north to
All
the
the way
coast.
to Ancol.
Yeah, to the coast. So
It's very convenient, very comfortable.
work to begin next year on that, completion 2024. You know, I've never ridden it yet, and I plan to.
I have been very fortunate to at least spend about a year working with the great staff at MRT.
As
and
Vice
good
Governor of
stakeholders
Jakarta,
at
right?
Vice Governor, and we believe that I think it is massive steps towards greater Jakarta connectivity with the mass public transportations. It has been working very well, except for the power outage, and that's why I was proposing that it has its own power systems that is standby ready 24/7, and basically
They don't have a backup system?
they have, but.
But
when
what
there is a-
happened, like the
There's
huge
a
shortage?
huge blackout.
We had that, right,
Yeah.
a couple weeks
It's
ago?
gone. So we could not have that in our transportation system. Secondly, I think on-time performance, 99%. It's almost like
It's remarkable.
Teaching us how to be on
yeah.
time.
Yes.
Third, I think it's the passengers per day. It has surpassed the target. And after the initial hype, people were saying, oh, these people are taking MRT just to do sightseeing and so on and so forth. No, now people take it very regularly. Now, we need to go beyond this, I think, south part of Jakarta, the more affluent part of Jakarta, to the central business district. And I think the introductions of connectivity through Jack Linko, it used to be
Yes.
called OKO Trip, whereby not only the MRT, but also the bus rapid transit system, the Transjakarta, LRT, as well as even the small angkot.
And
The
it's
small
already like
angkot
with
are
the
all...
OKO trip, they use that one. You can use the same
Yeah, you
card,
can use
right?
on a continuations. You pay a single fare, which is I guess remarkable.
Like
And
a
it's-
one pass, like in Japan, the,
Yeah, it's a
the
one
train
pass,
system. Yeah.
and this is going to because 25 to 30% of people's salary goes into transportations in Jakarta.
Yeah.
We need to bring it down to a level that is around 8 to 10%, like Tokyo, like Singapore, or even Hong Kong.
Yeah, those are bargains for those countries.
Yeah.
But I think as ridership grows and acceptance, then I think the fares
Yeah.
will go down.
And you know what's also really interesting is that the management of the MRT system has been doing very innovative promotions. I think they held a rail link jazz show
In the
To-
station.
In the
in the
station?
station,
Okay.
yes, and they also have this SMEs.
Yeah, the
There,
SMEs.
the vendors.
I'd like
they're
to-
in the stations.
I'd like to push more involvement of jobs creator, which is the SMEs, into the stations.
Yeah,
because the
in
station
and
needs to
around
be
the
alive.
stations.
Yeah.
Like in Tokyo, Hong Kong, Seoul, it's bustling, and you get a lot of small businesses
And this is
shops,
what we
and
call
good food.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
what we call TOD, transit-oriented development. So everybody revolves around the transit. So you got business thriving. I think Block M is now, if you look, you don't recognize it. Block M
Yeah,
used to be
it's a change.
going down. It's now changed.
Block
because
M,
of
which is
the
a popular
station
business area,
Yeah.
commerce
in
area.
South
But
Jakarta.
because
Right.
it's really important to give access and comfort, also facilities for the passengers to make them want to use the MRT or
And in turn, they have to know how to use the facilities properly.
One more thing also, usually underground you have like telecommunication problems. I think they're overcoming also the issue with they have
Good
cooperations
coverage.
now.
Wi-Fi, yeah.
Cooperations with the cellular providers.
4G,
So,
5G.
yeah.
Look out for future expansion, Dalton. We're going all the way north to the coast, and then the east-west we
Ancol
took,
area, right?
Yeah, to the Ancol area, and we took the initiative to fast track the east-west studies when I was in the office. I said that we got to do it faster because I think when you build it and the people start using it, they see the benefit. Connectivity and mobility, you change overnight how Jakartans travel and commute, which is I think it's a very, very good thing. So kudos to
Yeah.
people at
And
MRT.
also your administration helped push it along. The administration
And
previously.
before that,
of
and
course,
before that,
Well, it took
'cause-
9 years for it actually to get the trains rolling.
Yeah,
The
it
work
started
actually-
with Pak Sutioso and all the way to Pak Jokowi himself and also
And why did
Pak
it take so
Ahok.
long? That's another story.
Yeah, that's another
And this
episode.
could be one of actually President Jokowi's legacies as well.
Which is infrastructure.
Yeah, to start the mass transit system.
It's doing it. I have really high hopes and faith in the future of the MRT.
It's a good start. Okay, more Hot Indo is ahead. Why doesn't Indonesia have more Olympic gold? You're watching Hot Indonesia from Jakarta. Hot topic number 3, Olympic dreams. The world's biggest country, China, has won 237 gold medals in all. The next two, India and the US, have won a total of 1,134. Number 4 size country in the world, Indonesia, 7. And despite a population of 270 million people, the prospects of significantly adding to that number going into the 2020 Tokyo Summer Games is low. You know, I understand that in a still developing country, the national priorities are the basic necessities. But national pride can really serve to inspire
Nation
and motivate
building.
Yes.
people.
Yeah.
The big question is always, we have more than 220 million people. Why is it so difficult to find really good athletes? Is that the issue? Is that the case?
And that's we're here to answer.
Yes, and like as you stated just now, we have a total of 32 medals only. We finished, I think, number 46 in the last Olympics, but still better because about 120 countries had no medals at all. But for Indonesia, we're always far behind, even in the Southeast Asian region. The last SEA Games, we ended 4th or 5th, I think. We only became first in rank several times, mainly because we were the host country.
Yeah, and it's very important to make the host happy.
And yes,
And so
Sunday-
we know the problem. What are the answers, real quick?
we
Okay.
have only three sports that really shine internationally: badminton, weightlifting,
archery,
and
archery.
archery.
We
actually,
won a gold in
we
archery.
won one, yeah, one wushu, I
Bridge?
think.
Rich, I think
Bridge?
we're okay.
Is that an Olympic sport? I don't think so.
It is to me. Okay, we have the talent. Good news.
Yeah.
And it is from the age of 8 to 12, we could see and we could spot, we identify we have the talents. The problem is bringing from the 12 years of age to the junior level as well as to the mature side. This is where government, private sectors, community needs to put together a plan. And it is not just the government job. It has to be the private sector side as well. And identifying talent, make sure that they had the proper educations, the proper training, the proper nutrition, sports medicine, sports technology is way advanced. I just come back from Hungary. a nation of only 10 million people plus, but they're always consistently ranked number 7, number 8, because they focus. There's a sports university. They implement, execute
But there's
very
this-
proper
this
planning
school.
and training.
Managed by the government, the provincial government of Jakarta, the special school for sports, the elite school
Yeah,
for sports.
and
But
I
is
had
that
a-
enough?
I had the time to manage. It's not getting the right attention. It's not getting the right budget. Sports, yes, it is high in, we saw the Asian Games. What's the hype? But after that, we don't see the I guess excitement and the continuity of how you could. If you look at the soccer team, we are very competitive when it comes to underage.
The U19?
The Asian
Yeah,
Cup.
the Asian
and-
Cup,
Asian Cup,
between the age of probably 12 to 15, we're very competitive. But past that, we're not competitive.
I would like to know your opinion, Sandy, about what happened recently, because you said about the involvement of big companies, sponsorship for recruitments and training these prodigies.
Yeah.
There was an issue
There was
with
an
this
issue.
huge cigarette company,
Yeah.
which was protested by associations of
I mean,
child welfare.
we know that this company has spent, I think, millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars in terms of building the sports, and we're world champion in this sport, which is
Yeah,
badminton. Now, I guess there is an issue about
Health
tobacco,
benefits, yeah,
health
health,
benefits.
yeah.
Everybody needs to sit down because they are part of a big group. They're not just a cigarette company. They have banks, they have e-commerce. We say, okay, we let you deal with your internal things, but we receive your support, but let's not advertise.
It's a matter of approach, actually.
It's a matter of
yeah.
approach. If people sit down, and we want to be able to get their type of governance, they're passionate. And also another thing is the lack of very world-class training facilities here. Stadiums.
The whole top to bottom, the program
Yeah,
has to
the
be developed.
program has to be there, and we
But
just need to get the.
We'll get there, right?
We'll
We'll
get there.
Yeah, again,
We
I said
have to, I
basic
mean,
necessities are,
Hot
close to
Indonesia
where,
will make sure that
Well, we'll keep-
it
we'll keep
gets
on
our
this.
proper attention and
especially
focus.
as the Olympic comes up next summer. in
Exactly.
Tokyo. Okay. It is feedback time, and we like hearing from you, whether you're watching us on TV or your computer or your mobile device. Dion in Jakarta posted this comment after watching us on YouTube. Very insightful and educating as well. Well, that's what we like to hear, Dion.
Thank you.
And Bruce in the UK messaged this. Great job. Thank you, Bruce. If you have any feedback on what you've heard or would like to suggest a topic for us to tackle, please email us at hotindo@theindonesiachannel.com or comment through our Hot Indonesia or Indonesia Channel Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages. Final words, Sandrina.
Yes, I go home to Bali very often, and it's been a long while since I've seen the use of plastic bags there because the governor has issued a regulation banning use of single plastic packagings, plastic bags, straws, and styrofoam. What I want to hear in the near future is from the governor of Jakarta, Mr. Anies Baswedan. Come on,
Sandy,
make a governor
close
regulation,
personal friend.
or even better, a perda, so you can sanction those, give sanctions to those who do not obey the rules, because like now it's a huge problem. It's worldwide. We should start from here also, Jakarta, the capital city of Indonesia. Meanwhile, for us, each and every one, reduce, recycle, replace, and just stop using plastic.
All right, final words, Sandy.
Get well soon, Pak Wiranto. And we hope that you'll be back in a job very soon. And for other guys, please be safe. Make sure you watch the surroundings and making sure that everybody taking care of each other. We're in this all together.
Prayers for Wiranto.
Good luck for the presidents. The new cabinet will be lined up. The next Hot Indonesia will convene. So hope the best man at the right place,
Or best woman.
given the right jobs.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and my final words, as you get older, you know the inevitability of life. Someday, and sometimes too soon, the people who brought you into this world will be gone. My 96-year-old mom passed away earlier this year, and I miss her.
Condolences.
Cherish your parents, especially in their golden years. Better to laugh with them in life than to cry in death. And that is Hot Indonesia.
That's
For
deep.
Sandrina and Sandy, I'm Dalton Tanonaka. See you next time.